Hello everyone, my name is Somashekar, working as Assistant Professor in Ramachandra Engineering College in Civil Department. Today I am going to deliver lecture on Structural Analysis 2, which is a civil engineering course in 2-1 semester. Before going to discuss regarding this, let us discuss regarding the introduction of this subject, where today our module discusses regarding introduction of structural analysis 2, types of supports, types of beams, types of loads, and various references for this data to get through. So let us discuss regarding introduction. As a mechanical and civil engineer, we always work with machines under structural loads, or we will bring to design constructions with different types of supports and beams. This is a basic concept for an engineer to aware of to do all such things. By the end of this concept, a student must be able to or capable to identify all the supports, beams, and loads. That's what we are expecting from this course, especially from today's session. So let us go into the introduction. So what is meant by a beam in engineering? So a beam is a structural element which is capable of withstanding transverse loads. Simply, a beam transfers its applied loads to the supports. So a beam is a horizontal structural element which will bear the transverse loads. Transverse loads means perpendicular loads which are acting on it. Such a member is known as a beam. It is a structural constructing member. So let us discuss regarding support. A support is an element which bears the weight of a beam and keeps it upright. Similarly, we can say that it is a thing which keeps beam in equilibrium. Supports are nothing but they are the two members which will provided at the ends of either ends of the beam, which will support the load which is acting on that beam or horizontal member. So that is support. What is meant by load? A load is this concept refers to the forces acting on the structure. Suppose let us consider a beam which is a structure on which different types of load will be acting, whether it is a dead load or live load or any other seismic load or wind load. So we till now discussed regarding what is meant by beam. Now we will discuss regarding types of supports. Mainly there are four different types of supports. They are: first one is fixed support, second one is simple support, third one is roller, and fourth one is hinged support. So let us discuss regarding the first one, that is let us discuss regarding first one, that is fixed support. So fixed support is a support which is fixed in all directions. Suppose if we discuss regarding fixed support, before discussing regarding the supports, first we have to know a support on which what are the three equilibrium equations which will act. Suppose let us take a fixed support. The representation of the fixed support is like this, where this horizontal member is known as beam, and it is provided with a support which is represented like this, which indicates that it is a fixed support. Before going to discuss regarding this, we must know what are the three reactions or equilibrium equations that will act at any support. They are all the algebraic sum of forces acting in the horizontal direction, that is sigma h. Next, all the vertical algebraic sum of forces which are acting in the vertical direction, that is sigma v. And all the moments about a point or about a support which are acting, that is sigma m. These are the three equilibrium equations which will act at every support. So if we discuss regarding fixed support, it is fixed. It can't move horizontally. It can't move horizontally. Next, it can't move vertically. Next, it can't rotate. Why? Because it is fixed in all directions without moving. Simply if you observe this figure. So that means in every direction, either in horizontal or vertical or rotation, there is some opposing force which is acting, such that there will be a opposing reaction in the horizontal direction and opposing reaction in the vertical direction and opposing rotation about the point. So how many reactions will be developed in the fixed support? 3 reactions which will be acting in the horizontal direction, vertical direction and rotation. So number of reactions are 3. What about the degree of freedom? Degree of freedom means any support which will have the freedom to move. Here the fixed support is fixed in 3 directions, there is no freedom. So degree of freedom becomes 0. Degree of freedom is 0. So a fixed support which is a fixed one which resists to take any kind of translation, that is movement or bending moment, in 3 directions. That's why it is a fixed support. Let us discuss regarding simple support. Simple support is nothing but a support which is provided with the supports at the either ends of the beam. Here this member is horizontal beam and these two are the supports which are provided at the ends. So if we discuss, it is restrained only in the vertical direction by providing a support. So let us represent that beam. This is the beam and this is one reaction and this is one reaction, that is simply supported on either ends. Here there is a vertical reaction but there is no horizontal reaction, there is no rotation, means there is degree of freedom is 2 and number of reactions are 1 which is in the vertical directions. That is simply supported beam. Simply supported beam in which it will rest on a support simply in the vertical direction without any movement. It can rotate, it can move horizontally, so degree of freedom is 2 and the reactions will develop in one direction, that is vertical direction. Freedom is 2, reaction is 1, total 3. In previous beam also we discussed 3 reactions, so degree of freedom is 0 because it is fixed in all the directions in the fixed support. So this is simple support. And third one is roller support. The roller support names itself says that it can move horizontally by providing the some rollers. Here if you observe this wheelchair or revolving chair, it can move horizontally but it can't move vertically. So it can move horizontally and about its axis it can revolve also, that is rotation. So there is a freedom in 2 directions, freedom in horizontal direction and freedom in rotation. So degree of freedom is 2 and what about the reaction? Reaction is 1. Okay, why? Because it can't move vertically and this support is represented with a symbol like this, a triangle below which the rollers are provided, below which it has to be represented like this. This is roller support. So what about the roller support? It has degree of freedom 2 and number of reactions are 1. That is, it is restrained in vertical direction, it is free in 2 directions, that is horizontal and rotation. And the third support is hinged. The hinge itself says, if you observe this figure in which a door is connected with the means of by support of these hinges with the wall. So what this door will do, it will simply rotate about an axis. It will rotate about an axis but it can't move horizontally, it can't move vertically. So what about the number of reactions? Since there is an opposing force in the horizontal and vertical directions, so it has 2 reactions and 1 degree of freedom, that is rotation, and this will be represented with a triangle with base like this. So this is hinged support. So these are the 4 different types of supports. Next we have to discuss regarding types of beams. Fixed beam, cantilever beam, beam with one end hinged and other end roller, supported beams, Next, overhanging beams, continuous beams. First, we will discuss regarding fixed beam. Already we discussed regarding the fixed support. If this fixed support is provided on either ends of a particular horizontal member, then that beam is already known as fixed beam. So in fixed support, we already discussed that each support we have three reactions, one vertical, one horizontal, and one rotation. That is for this fixed support. And this fixed support, one vertical, one horizontal, one rotation. So how many number of reactions are there for fixed beam? 6. And how many reactions are there equilibrium equations? 3. So it is not satisfying. 6 reactions are there, only 3 equations are there to solve. Extra we need 3 conditions to solve extra 3 unknowns. That's why this beam is known as statically indeterminate. That's we will discuss in the next session. So next, cantilever beam. Cantilever beam where a horizontal member which is provided with fixed support in one end and other end is simply free without any support, then that sort of beam is known as cantilever. Cantilever beam is nothing but one end fixed and the other end is free. If you observe these figures, here the other end is provided with a fixed wall and the other end opposite end is simply suspended freely. Here also this portion is fixed or supported by the bottom structure, but here the member is simply free without any support. This is also cantilever. If we discuss regarding the reactions, it is fixed support. So how many reactions? Vertical, horizontal, rotation. So 3 reactions, 3 equilibrium equations. So cantilever beam is statically determinate. Next one is beam with one end hinged and other end roller. So beam with one end hinged and other end roller means already we discussed regarding hinged support, roller support. Suppose a horizontal member which is provided with hinge support at one end, hinge support at one end and roller support at other end. So this type of beam is known as beam with one end hinged, one end roller. Okay, so hinge, how many reactions are there for hinge? For hinge, how many reactions? Since the hinge can only rotate, it can't move horizontally, it can't move vertically. So 2 reactions. For roller, it can move horizontally, it can also rotate with one axis, so it has 1 reaction. So how many reactions are there? Here 2, here 1. Total 3 reactions, 3 equilibrium equations, so it is statically determinate. Next one is simply supported. Simply supported we have 2 reactions, so it is also statically determinate. Why? Because since a simple supported or a simple support which is provided on either ends of a horizontal member, then it is known as simply supported. Next one is overhanging. Overhanging means when a beam is supported with more than 2 supports, or when a beam in which there is an extension of the horizontal member like this after the support, then it is known as overhang portion, and this sort of beam is known as overhanging beam. Okay, now overhang beam means if a horizontal member which is provided support at one end and there is no support at the other end, but there is a support at a distance from the other end, and the other end of this beam is simply free with a overhang portion, then that beam is known as overhanging beam. Next one is continuous beam. Whenever a beam is provided with more than 2 supports, then the beam is known as continuous beam. Here how many supports are there? 1, 2, 3. So 3 supports. More than 2 supports, then this beam is known as continuous beam. Next, types of loads. Mainly based on the action of different types of loads, we have 3. First one is point load, second point load or concentrated load, second one is uniformly distributed load, third one is uniformly varying load. So let us discuss regarding concentrated load. Concentrated load is a load which is acting on the beam, a horizontal member, at one place, that is concentrated at one place, then that load is known as concentrated load. Here the load is represented with a arrow, means the total intensity of load is acting at one point on the beam, then that load is known as concentrated load. If we discuss regarding uniformly distributed load, let us take a beam which is a simply supported beam. If a load is acting in this manner, means at every section, if we take the intensity of the load acting at every section is same, then that sort of load is known as uniformly distributed load. Uniformly distributed load. Here if you observe this figure, where this wooden log is placed on the truck of a vehicle, where the at every section of this truck, if we observe the intensity of the load, it is same, then this sort of load is known as uniformly distributed load. If we discuss regarding uniformly varying load, at support A the intensity is high, at support B the intensity is low. Here from A to B, if the load is decreasing in this manner, then this load is known as uniformly varying load. Here at support A 0, at center it is increasing, at support B it is decreasing again uniformly. That's why there is a varying of intensity of load at every point on a beam, then this beam is known as, then this load is known as uniformly varying load. And these are the certain references where you can get this data. Okay, and there is a assignment regarding defined support. So 4 questions. Let's answer this by going through once. Thank you.